Hey boys and girls, welcome to another flip video. Today we're going to be talking all about graphs and how to read them. Tomorrow you'll be creating your own graphs. So here we've got a graph about rainfall in the year and for each month. And the question is how much more rain fell in September and May than in April. So we've got a couple of important information. We've got September and May combined. We've got April. We've got much more, which we know. Clue word for subtraction. So what we need to do here is identify how much rainfall happened at each time. So let's start with April, because it's by itself. April is right here. So it's not quite, if we draw a line going across, it's halfway between the 8 and the 9, or 8 and the 10, which would make it 9 inches. So now if we go to September, draw a line all the way across, halfway between the 2 and the 4, making that a 3. And May, we've got it going across, and it's directly at the 6. So 3 plus 6 because it has and here. So that lets us know we're going to add them. So we've got 3 plus 6, which we know 9. And it says how much more, which means subtract. So we're going to do 9 minus 9, which gives us 0. So we actually know that there's exactly the same amount of rainfall in September and May as there was in all of April. Another way we could have done that is we could have seen April's right next to May, and we could have seen right here that there's a difference of about 3. September's 3, so if we would have slid that up there, if you visualize that in your mind, it would have been exactly even. There's a second question on this one, however. Let me move all that out of the way. It says, which month has a rainfall most similar to June? So we need to identify June, which June is at about the 7. Now we need to see which one is closest. So we see May is pretty close, that's 6. We see July is pretty close, that's about 6.5. So we'd say June and July are the most similar because they're pretty close to each other. So this problem you're going to do on your own, and then we'll work through it together. It says how many more people prefer blueberries than grapes and bananas. So you need to figure that one out. Alright, hopefully by this point you've figured it out. So we have blueberries, we've got grapes and bananas, we've got how many more? So, blueberries. Go across, it appears that blueberries is 40. Grapes is about 5. If you notice on this graphic, it's going up by 5s rather than the 1s like it did on the last one. So we've got 5 for grapes, and bananas are 10. We're going to combine those because it says and. That's going to give us 15. How many more? That means we're going to subtract. So 40, subtract 15. Need to do a little regrouping here. We've got 25. Let's check that just to be safe. So we can say that 25 more people prefer blueberries than grapes and bananas. I would have to agree with him. I'm a big fan of blueberries. Not as much as apples, though, as you guys know. So you bring back to school problem, I've given you a graph here of what kind of pets a bunch of people own. And the question is, how many more people like cats and rabbits than dogs and goldfish? So this is a bit of a multi-step problem, but I know you guys can do it. So solve this and bring back in the warning.